You've worked so hard, but somehow you still feel stuck. Here's why your nervous system might secretly be holding you back from your best year yet. My name is Elyssa Smith. I'm a trauma-informed executive coach, and this is video 1 of our 4-part series to kick off your new year. Set your year up for ease and next level success, because there are things that you need to have lined up in your nervous system regulation, making sure that your body is not going to secretly be sabotaging your goals this year. So let's talk about what you need to do to stop the silent sabotage. And I'm going to give you actually a quick rescue exercise to do once you realize, oh, that's what's happening here. Okay. So let's talk about what this sabotage looks like. Your body at a cellular level remembers everything that has happened to you. And if you ever went through, for sure, any type of big T, little t, tiny t traumas, and tiny t is hidden, like you can't really see that happened. And a lot of times trauma will not feel traumatizing if your brain did what it was supposed to do to help you survive. So if you have any sort of trauma history, your body learned this world is not a safe world, okay? Also, if you had any sort of messaging from your family of origin that you needed to play small, you needed to be seen and not heard, you needed to be more perfect, do more, work harder, be better in order to get your needs met more, or in order to get the things you wanted, or in order to connect with your parents, or you needed to manage everyone else's happiness. If you were the good daughter, you know what I'm talking about, right? So if you were in any of those positions, your nervous system learned stay small. Play small, don't stand out, don't do anything outside the norm. And so your negative self-talk is going to stop you this year unless you step outside of this programming that you got when you were little. So let's talk about where this might come from so you can kind of recognize it in yourself. And then I'm going to tell you what to do to put a stop to it. So essentially, if you had any unpredictable moods in your family of origin, could be siblings, or it could be a special needs person in the household, someone with a mental illness, someone with a physical illness, certainly someone with an addiction. If you had any of those things present, your beautiful little brilliant little girl mind, that survival place, that limbic system would have identified, oh, this is what I need to do. I need to be more perfect. I need to make fewer mistakes. I need to try harder. I need to anticipate everyone around me. And do you know what you have to do every time you stop paying attention to what you need in order to meet someone else's needs while you're a child? You abandon your own self and you play smaller and you don't get your own needs met in certain ways so that you can prioritize other needs getting met by keeping the equilibrium in the house. So if you had unpredictable moods like that or unpredictable conditions around you, you would have learned to really get small and not take up much space. That gets in the way as an adult, right? It means that you're not going to put yourself out there for a promotion, talk up your accomplishments to get a raise, go put yourself out there for starting your own business, your side hustle, promote your services, raise your prices. There's going to be a whole who do you think you are complex this year, unless you confront this particular programming in your mind. Maybe you only got your needs met when you performed at the best, when you were perfect, right? We know that's not a real thing. It's not possible to be perfect. If you're human, you're imperfect. But if you got rewarded when you did really well, and God forbid, punished when you didn't, or you just got rewarded when you did really well and really not much attention unless you did, you would have then ended up with performance-based self-worth, which does a number on your nervous system. It sets you up to pay more attention to what everyone else thinks of you this year than what you think of yourself and how aligned you feel with what you're doing. Your system is going to constantly be at odds with itself. Okay, so you're not going to step into the unknown that you can't control. You're not going to take the risks. You're not going to do that thing that feels scary to your system because it's going to stop you. Your nervous system will actually freeze you and make you feel stuck. So then talking about the trauma, if you actually had any of those things, if you had big T trauma, which is the big bad stuff that shouldn't happen to anyone, the big disasters, crises, losses, or if you had little T trauma that was non-violent, but it was maybe ongoing, like bullying, or maybe you moved a lot as a kid, that's technically not a big T trauma, but it is a little T trauma because it teaches your little brain like nothing is stable. So then the little T trauma shapes you. So then you might have tiny T trauma, which is typically very hidden. All these traumas can be hidden. You won't feel traumatized by them if your brain is doing its job and was doing its job at the time it happened. Tiny T trauma is the way that I talk to my clients. It's a current term that I coined to say, okay, little tiny emotional needs, we call them tiny. They're actually big. Small emotional needs that go unmet over time as a child that then ends up in you trying to be better, work harder, and do more as an adult and get in your own way because everything is so overwhelming and you have to do it perfect. And there's so much risk and so much pressure on you all the time that your negative self-talk goes crazy. Those are all things that you might notice that have happened to you or been in your life, or ways that you might look now that are going to get in your way this year unless you put a stop to it. Okay. So I'm going to give you a quick nervous system check to do. I want you to do this every day if you can, at least once a day. I have my clients, my one-to-one clients, I have them do this like once every hour for the first few weeks that we're working together. Now, granted, that's a little overwhelming. So if you, it's not, doesn't need to be perfect. Also, my perfectionists out there, I know that you're just telling me like, oh gosh, that's too overwhelming. I can't do it perfectly. Don't worry. We're going for doing the best. Our best is good enough every day, all the time. Okay, so I want you to do this quick nervous system check with me right now. I want you to check for your alert mode. So you might notice right now, if you close your eyes with me, if you feel comfortable, take a deep breath. Notice tension in your jaw, your brow, your neck, and shoulders. That might be a space that this shows up for you. So you're going to do a tension check in the body. Okay? And you're going to take a deep breath. You're going to do a 60-second body scan, starting at the top of your head and then moving down the body to the shoulders. And you're going to keep your calming breaths going. You're just going to keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and you're just noticing arms, upper body, waist, hips, upper legs, keeping the breath going, lower legs, ankles, feet. And then let's do one more calming breath and then let it go. And notice your body soften. If you can do this at least once a day as you are kicking off this new year, if you can take a look sometime this week, next week, and look at the places in your schedule that you can predict that that survival mode comes over you. Maybe it's on a Monday morning. Maybe it's when certain family members are around. We've all got those. You want to look at this as this is your alert mode. Your body's trying to tell you that there's something not safe here. It's going to put you into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Fawn mode, in case you don't know, is when you try to please your way to safety. It means when you try to be nice, with air quotes, be nice. It's what kind of like when you were told as a little girl, oh, be nice, be nice. Little girls need to be nice. When we go into that fawn mode, it will stop you every time from achieving your next level success because we are looking at ourselves through someone else's lens that we are imagining. We're having to make it up. And when you were a kid, that served you so well. But as an adult, ma'am, sorry, I didn't mean to call you ma'am. You are in charge of your own destiny now. Okay. So if you are in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, you can't actually even access your executive functions to go into your next level. Your survival mode was so helpful to get you here. We are so grateful to our limbic system, our nervous system, our vagus nerve that was constantly sounding the alert when we were little, constantly tensing us up, readying us for battle or for fleeing or for freezing or for being tongue-tied when we knew in our bodies that it wasn't safe to speak up. That was great. It got us here. But what got us here isn't going to get you there. What got you to this level of success is not going to take you to that next level. The next level requires a reset, a reprogramming of your nervous system and your thought life. And we're going to get it so that this is a safe place. Inside your own head is a safe place. Your awareness is the key. Okay. So when we are starting to reprogram those old unsafe nervous system messages so that you can feel peaceful with the next steps, you just need some sort of a simple daily practice that's going to help you. Use this nervous system reset, 60 seconds, put it in a reminder in your phone. Maybe try it first thing when you wake up. Body scan, head to toe. Where am I carrying the tension today? How can I soften and release? Now, this doesn't do the long-term programming, but this will give you a head start. If you want to start with something else really small that will help you, even throughout your day, you can do this. You can download it's free. It's a free PDF guide, my 5 nervous system hacks that you can do just at your desk. It's really simple. And I walk you through how to do each tiny, tiny, tiny exercise. It's so doable. I do not want you to be overwhelmed or overloaded by reprogramming yourself because that works against us, right? We got to have it be the low hanging fruit. So this download is going to help you break the pattern and start building the safety messages up here, in here, and in your nervous system. If you want more help than that, listen, if you're ready for the overhaul, let's have a 15-minute chat. If you're a woman and you want to have 15 free minutes with me on Zoom, we will identify where all this started for you and what your next steps are specifically customized for you. Okay? How do you start this process? Or how do you continue? How do you get to that next level of regulation? I will help you with that. So next week, in the next video, the part 2 of this series, we're going to be uncovering the hidden energy drains that are secretly stealing your power every single day that you may not even notice. I'm going to show you what to watch for, and then I'll give you some more simple, quick tips on how to stop that energy drain. So until next time, take such good care of yourself, and I'll see you here again soon.